Friday to you.
It's a very happy Friday for me.
Why?
We're going to Mexico City. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Can you tell?
As soon as we sign off here, we are heading to Mexico City today. Now, we don't actually get on the plane until 1 o'clock, which we were supposed to go at 8 o'clock today, but you know, airplanes, grr. Hi, Pat. Good morning, Leslie.
Actually, it's airlines.
Yeah,
the
airlines.
airplane didn't make that decision. The airline made that decision.
We do apologize for not doing this yesterday. I had to go to the doctor's. I still have this ear thing. The doctor's like, let me give you this shot. And I said, no problem. What's in the shot? So she gave me the name. I look online. I see chromosomal damage. And I'm like, can I live without it? She says, oh, you're fine on the plane. You will not have a problem. But what it just feels like, and this is the weirdest thing, the doctor says she hears me. She knows what I'm talking about. But out of this ear, having so much difficulty hearing, and it just feels like I've got this balloon around my skull. And yesterday it started to creep over this one. So when I go to the doctor, she says, oh no, your infection's clearing up. It's probably neurological damage, which is why I need to give you the shot that causes chromosomal damage.
Anyways, Leslie, yes, we're sorry we're here. Glenda, good morning. Julie, good morning. Clem, good morning. Yes, we are off. I think
You're off. I'm on.
The only thing I just remembered that I haven't done yet is empty the dishwasher.
Fine. So our housekeeper, they don't work like they used to. They used to be Monday and Thursday. So on Monday, nobody shows. I don't think anybody called. Then on Tuesday, she shows up. So then we get a phone call yesterday morning. Not gonna show up.
I'll come Saturday. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect because I'm leaving. I wanted it all done, so I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, we don't have to. I mean, it's our house. We're fine. The house is clean enough. If you had 4 children at the house and it looked like this, people would be like, oh my gosh, she's a goddess. We need to worship her feet.
A goddess.
A goddess.
The house is really clean.
It is. That's what I'm saying. If we had 4 children still living in this house, people would come here and go, oh my gosh, everything is fantastic.
But are you saying that if
just come a little closer so they can see you?
They can see me. Look.
Further away. Oh.
Andy, good morning.
Hello, Andy. It was your birthday the other day, and happy birthday to you. So what can we
yesterday was John's ex-stepdad. What do you call him? I guess he's still your stepdad.
He's still my stepdad.
Birthday. So he calls, and
that was
happy birthday. Why, thank you. He says, you don't sound like Tom. Oh no, you don't sound like yourself.
No, I said you don't sound right. And he's like, no, I sound fine. Says, I said, do you have a cold or anything? No. So the phone numbers were both in Ontario. His was in Sudbury. My stepfather is in Sault Ste. Marie.
And this guy's birthday was last week. So he was just accepting a belated birthday.
It was crazy.
It was hilarious. I'm sitting there from my end, only hearing John's part of the conversation and laughing because it was so ridiculous. Because he just goes right into, hi Tom, blah, blah, blah. It's just right into happy birthday.
Well, it was his birthday.
Hilarious.
Don't you say happy birthday to people when it's a birthday?
Hilarious.
He'd be the only person answering the phone. Now, just in case you're wondering, Sudbury is about 3 hours from the Soo.
That's right.
And I don't know why they call it the Soo. It's spelled salt, S-A-U-L-T.
Oh, that's a conversation that so many people have had.
Those frickin' French people. They've ruined everything about English. Everything.
Okay.
Now I'm done. No, I'm not. So the other day I was on a rant, and I should be, because the world is on fire, but it's not really. It is not really. If you turn off the TV, everything's fine. But there are people that want you to believe the world is on fire. I mean, it's always these things. So apparently an egg factory burnt down because we've got a planned food shortage coming up here. They could not control us with COVID. They couldn't.
I'm going to leave.
So now they have to do it with food. Also guns. They want to outlaw guns again. How did it work for the Chinese, for the Soviets, for the Cambodians, for the Turks? for the Chinese. It doesn't end well, guys. It doesn't end well. You want free gun ownership because the only thing that scares bureaucrats and politicians are people with guns. They can use them. I'm okay with that. Which is why I'm not a politician anymore. Not saying I ever was, but I may go back to it. Who knows? We'll see.
Where?
In Canada. I may have to save Canada because Canada is just, it's being a dumbass. Sorry. So what's going on, hon? Why are you on your phone now?
Because Zach's at SAT and he's having issues.
Okay.
So
So my son is getting his tax ID because in Mexico, you legally need an RFC if you're going to work in Mexico. For whatever reason, they've changed that. And I figure a lot of Mexicans do not have tax ID numbers. But of course, the government wants access to everybody, which is a concern, should be a concern to everybody. And this is why they're trying to get rid of cash. They don't want us making any purchases without their knowledge or consent. So yeah, I think with the banks in Canada, if you have money in a bank in Canada, you're crazy. Only because they have shown that they will block your money if you don't think ideologically as to what the narrative is. And that frickin' lying government, they lie, but many people believe the lies. What?
They're asking for a notarized letter of who will represent him if he leaves
He leaves what?
the country.
He's not leaving the country. Just explain he lives here. His wife is here. His children are here. They're just being stupid. Government employees are idiots. Sorry, if you're one, you probably don't know. Sorry, I'm letting people know. Yeah, she's not happy.
Scotiabank apologized. Well, that's good.
Oh God, can you imagine? We're so sorry we took your money and we locked you out. It's your money. You worked your asses off. You gave up, you traded your time for dollars. You gave up your life for money. Banks saying, sorry, you don't have access to that. Yeah, and it's a very frustrating world we live in right now. And it's always something, guys. They get everybody focused on everything, like the abortion issue. What the hell? And then you've got all of these straw man arguments on Facebook. Well, April, she needed to do this and so. It's fake people, guys, created by marketers. That's a straw man argument. They create a boogeyman. Now everybody needs to fight for whatever. Guys, you're being played. Stop being played.
Okay, can we go on to something else? Let's
Sure.
talk about what we're going to do in Mexico City before I have to punch you.
Okay, let's talk about Mexico City because it's always good to just float away into what's not.
This is not.
So let's talk about Mexico
soapbox.
City. Let's talk about Mexico City. It's not a soapbox, Christie. It is all going on around the world right now. But let's talk about Mexico City. So what are we doing in Mexico City?
Sorry.
Stop worrying about Zach. Zach is a big boy.
No, there's nothing he can do. So he left his kids and Chuita in Compostela to go to Tepic to do this thing. And apparently what he needed to do was on the stuff that was given to him, or what Shirley was given. I don't know.
Incompetent government employees.
So, Mexico City, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going with 2 other couples, as you guys have all heard that already. We will be, today, I think once we get there, we're going to go kind of wander around. We're going to go to a market and pick up some fresh cheeses and breads and stuff for lunch or for dinner. I think we're going to do Chinatown maybe tonight. Maybe we'll go Chinese food for dinner. Oh, there wasn't any. Oh, there had to be some
Oh
restaurant.
gosh, yes, there's tons of Chinese food restaurants there.
And then
IKEA at some point, but I think IKEA will be after.
that's going to be after April.
And that's if we go. We may not go to IKEA. The only thing I can think about getting at IKEA are those little votive candles. It's not Walmart, they sell those. And if that's the only reason you need to go to IKEA is to
I
get
have
those
a
little candles.
lot of, yes, we will definitely be going online.
Oh, absolutely.
Although John's phone is too big for his latest
No.
gimbal.
I don't think it's too big for the gimbal. In the case, it's too big.
Oh, really? That little bit of a difference?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So Christy ordered me a case, which was supposed to be here days and days ago. It took a trip around Mexico. Now, who was shipping it, honey?
Oops.
Oops.
Wasn't my choice.
Anytime oops is involved, which is UPS, oops, do not expect everything to go well.
Well, I suppose we can,
Let me show you this.
we can use my phone to go live.
Christie gave me a girly thing, and previously. This one has room on the back. It's 2 RFID protected things for credit cards. My credit cards are not terribly important to me, but my ID is. So yeah,
He doesn't carry a wallet,
so all you have is 2 cards that you can have in here. And this is the back of the new Samsung. I think it only has 4 cameras. I don't know what the 5th one is for. I don't know anything about this new phone, other than it does kick butt pictures. It really, really is amazing. And that 10 times zoom, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. It's going to be fun in Mexico City.
Yeah, it will be.
I was going to bring my good camera, and then I thought, I got a good camera on my phone.
That's why you bought the phone, so you wouldn't have to. What
Yeah,
kind of phone in that?
It's a Samsung J22 Ultra.
Is it a J22?
It's a J22.
Okay.
And it's got
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
512 gigs of RAM because it's the biggest you can buy. In the old days, I've got a memory chip. It's like this big. It's 502 gigs, 512 gigs. And it was in my last phone, the S10 Plus. The thing with that was it's fast, it's everything, but you can't put it in the new Samsung. They have to sell you the memory, and they charge you so much more than if it was just buying an SD card.
Well,
Samsung
you got this phone though less than what you would have paid at Costco for the smallest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the thing is that the SD card, they include the memory in there. It's not SD.
Do I have an SD card in my phone?
You do actually, and
did you put one in mine?
I don't think so. Is yours full?
I don't know.
I may be able to do something in there.
I'll use it, otherwise it'll just get lost.
I have an S10 Plus now. That's what we have.
Yeah, S10. No, we have a Galaxy.
Oh, it's the Note 10 Plus.
S10 Plus.
So it's
Galaxy
the S10
Note,
Plus
S10
with
Plus.
the Note. So you've got the thing that I love is it has the little pen at the bottom.
Oh, yours is on the other side. That's going to be confusing.
And this is nice because you can actually sign documents and stuff like PDFs. Like it's a great phone.
Yeah,
so
we have the S10 Note 10 Plus.
We are going to have it very, very, very soon where all of our contracts and paperwork are going to be signable by clients online, like on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Like on their computers, yeah.
Absolutely. So
we're going to Pujol, which we're excited about going again. It was delicious the first time. Like I tell a lot of people, it's kind of a once in a lifetime.
But we're going twice. Why the hell would you tell them that?
Well, because it is a little pricey for some people.
It's pricey for us too.
Pricey for most people. And we're going to go to Xochimilco and Coyoacán. Wow. We might take a day trip and drive to
Puebla. Which is where mole was created by one of the notes in the one of the nuns in the convent invented it. She had a dream. I have a dream that all moles shall be created equally. That was her dream. And she created that dream. And it's real. So her mole, I believe, had 22 or 23 ingredients. And now they have different types of moles. They have the reds and the browns and the blacks. And they all have different stuff in there, different flavors that come and jump out at you. The one in Puebla, I believe the famous one is the chocolatey mole.
Yeah, Pueblas are definitely more, they're a little sweeter. Some of them are still pretty spicy, but they're a little sweeter, where Oaxaca has, someone said they have like 8 different kinds, but they really only have 2 in Oaxaca.
In Morelia.
That I know of. I might be wrong.
In Morelia, there was this place at the mall that all they sold was 2 different types of mole. That's it. Different sizes, but that's all they sold was 2 moles. and they've been doing that since the 50s.
That was Oaxaca.
It was Oaxaca. And since the 50s, they have been selling only 2 types of mole. So people are like, oh, which one do you get? Get them both.
Get them both, yeah.
If they've been selling 2 types of mole since the 1950s, that's all they've sold. Buy them both.
We have them.
They're so good. They're so good. The moles, if you like mole, it's an amazing.
Mole
amazing.
poblano is my favorite though. And I like the mole de cacahuate too. It's got a little bit more of a peanut taste in it. So if we do go to Puebla, I will probably buy a little bit more mole.
I have only ever had one religious experience eating food in my entire life. I'm not a foodie. I can taste stuff. I know what I like, what I don't like. We went to this one tourist trap in.
I'll be right back.
What's the place with the market? Mitla.
That was where the tourist place was.
That was where the tourist place was. So we're in Mitla, across from the church. There's a place there, and they had no prices on the menus, which bugs me when there's no prices on anything, because I'm always like, they're going to screw us, man, because we're foreigners. They didn't. But the food that I ordered, it was a mole, and it was the only time in my life where I had this. The heavens came down and they touched my mouth. It was amazing. The food was so stinking good. And I think if we ever go back there, we should go to that place again. That's a good idea.
It was closed last time.
Oh, it was closed last time. We went to Mitla. Guys, COVID is so stupid. It's just terribly stupid. Who the hell is dying from COVID anymore?
Good morning, Julie, and good morning, Larry. Debbie, good morning.
And if we're honest, when people died, mostly it was at the hands of doctors. Interesting. Very interesting.
Apparently, I didn't send John to the right doctors.
Well, that's, if you wanted to die and you had COVID, go to the hospital. It's a good place to go. And they got paid extra money when people had COVID and they died. Isn't that weird?
Okay, let's get off of that subject. We were talking Puebla.
Interesting.
Fun things.
Puebla is a
Happy
possibility.
things.
Are we going to Teotihuacan?
I don't think so.
That's where the pyramids are. They're a lot of work to climb up those things.
Yeah. No, and apparently there is a outlet mall in Mexico City, so I think we might try that.
Are we going to go do any of the parks or the museums or anything?
We haven't really.
They have one of the top 10 museums in the world there, and it is so cheap to go. Christie's like,
I've been to it like 4 times. You can only see so many
if you guys know, when Chris and I were dating, we'd go to museums all the time. Then once we got married, she said, so don't like museums. After we're married, she never once said a dang thing while we were dating. After we're married, sorry, I don't like museums. Who does that to their man? Yo is me or I.
There's an outlet mall, Larry said. Want to come, Larry? You want to come to the outlet mall? I know how much you love shopping.
Oh, interesting thing about Pujol. It's on the 6th of June, which is the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
We have 6 people at 6 p.m. on 6/6. So it's 6666.
Yes.
That's crazy. And Shirley is the one who figured that out.
Well, she missed one of the 6s. She was just making it equal.
Oh, Shirley, you said 666, but there's actually a 4th 6.
Well, because I think it was the 6 people at 6 o'clock on the 6th month, but she forgot it was also the 6th day.
So if you want to watch Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix, the Mexico City episode, you will see the chef of the restaurant that we're going to. And I think they eat in the restaurant also, don't they?
They show a little bit.
They just show a tiny bit. Now the restaurant, it's in this beautiful older area of Mexico City, but it's a nice restaurant. Plus at 6 o'clock, is it dark in Mexico City this time of year? I don't think
so.
I don't think it will be. There you go. Leslie said it's good to know about the note a while ago, and it is good. You can sign documents.
It's National Donut Day. Kenny brought them some. Kenny, with flowers.
Kenny, good job, man. Yeah, that is a good thing. Is Kenny on Facebook?
No, I think so. I saw my friend on Facebook.
Yeah, and the smart people are leaving Facebook. Like when I think about that, like all these people that are just saying, you know, screw it. I'm tired of being controlled. And I'm tired of like the emotional roller coaster. And unfortunately, these people lock you into your type of thinking. So if you think a certain way, all of a sudden, all your news articles, you believe the press and you believe that that's all anybody thinks is what you think. That's a problem.
Julie, we are flying to Mexico City. It is an hour and a half versus 12 and a half.
Well, it's like an hour and 10 or an hour and 15 minutes.
Boarding and all that. Anyways.
Yeah, this is the same woman who I'm saying 2 weeks, and she says, really, it was 13 days.
Are you ever going to let that go?
No, because
seriously?
that flows through our entire life and our entire marriage.
Wow.
It's just like 1 second off, and she's like, it's not 24 hours, it was 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. I'm just saying.
Starting this trip off right, as usual.
I do that.
Anyhow, so I think we should get going because I do have a few more things that I would like to complete before we leave.
Like what?
Just little odds and ends. I have to pack up all this computer stuff and get that going. And
if any of you have any idea why my ears are starting to go and it's crawling into this one.
You're asking these people instead of believing what the doctor told you.
No, the doctor does not have an idea. She assumes the nerves are affected, but she wanted to give me a chromosome changing needle. Who the hell wants a chromosome changing needle?
You asked her for a shot.
Well, I went there because I said, is it cortisone? She said, no. So I said, okay, fine, I will go. And then when she told me what it was, it's not beneficial. And I mean, obviously, you've got side effects for everything. But if you have a natural medication, generally you've got other things that are kicked in that were created to stop side effects from happening. Safe travels. Have a great trip. Thank you, Pat. We will go right now, and we will check in Mexico City because we love Mexico City.
We do, and it's going to be a fun trip. We're going with some fun people. And we've got Shirley and Gaddy taking care of
here
the office for us. Zach and Chuita and the girls taking care of our house.
But nobody's taking care of me because Christie says you're on your own.
Oh yeah, I might leave him there.
Maybe. All right, guys, have a.
He's not bringing his credit cards.
Very
He's
true.
Foolish. All right, guys. See